I'm Lieutenant Annex with the Wisconsin State Patrol. So last week, midway through the week, we were on call. Me personally, I was cruising through the area of the Twist, Greenville Drive eastbound across from Leo's Diner. Driving down that roadway, I got a call regarding illegal parking at Superwich. And additionally, about a minute later, I got a call regarding individual trespassing by the name of Splendid. When I arrived at the premises, I observed multiple individuals having a verbal argument. Once I approached the individuals, I further saw that the individual Splendies was arguing the point that they were the owner of the premises, Superwich. They further showed proof of that, and the call was deemed false at the time. The individual that made the call admitted that they made the call, but at that time they started to flee officers and went into a separate vehicle. Once they entered that vehicle, I and another officer ran towards that vehicle. That vehicle then proceeded to fail to stop after a lawful order to do so and ran over myself. I did not sustain any major injuries. Therefore, I stood up and I started limping towards the suspect. I pulled out my firearm. At that point in time, the individual had an AR-15 strapped to their chest. The firearm that the individual displayed was not discharged at police officers, but further so, I can comment on that matter. When the individual had an AR-15 strapped to them, it was a major safety risk due to multiple officers having their firearms out and points at the subject, screaming lawful orders at them. The individual did not comply with the multiple lawful orders to put down the firearm, and further so, instead of doing so, actually pulled out their firearm towards multiple officers. Just due to the common sense that we had been trained within multiple trainings, we have had the proper education and knowledge to know that an AR-15 against two pistols is not good odds. And for that reason, that's why the firearm was discharged. It was in a matter of public safety due to the individual being within a populated area. At that point in time, it was a decision made by me to fire and discharge my firearm towards the individual for public safety purposes. At that time, the individual was struck 3 times within the chest and further succumbed to their injuries. I do know the individual is commonly known within the community as PZ. The individual did make a false call after later investigation, claiming that the owner of the premises had trespassed. He did claim at the time of the call that he was the owner, but that was deemed false. We urge the public to please let us know if they have any information. You can contact your local Crime Stoppers or the Wisconsin State Patrol directly. And that is all. Thank you very much for your time.